Hello everyone, welcome to the Man Over 20th Music. Hope you're having an amazing holiday time. And yeah, last time I was here on YouTube, I compared a Hardwire V7 stereo reverb pedal with a Midiverb 3. I was diving into that My Bloody Valentine 90s classic guitar sound. It's something that I love doing and I love sharing with you guys, so it's that thing that I love. And yeah, the results were pretty impressive. I loved comparing both units. Always kind of chasing the idea of the My Bloody Valentine sound, using gated and reverse reverbs in front of a Boss HM2, and in order to see how close we get to that original sound. So today I thought, why not taking a step further into that direction and use a Zoom MS-50G pedal and compare that to my vintage Midiverb 3 unit. The Zoom MS-50G Multistomp is a pedal that's been widely popular with shoegazers by now. It's kind of old, it's been on the market for some time already, and yeah, the Zoom system that is used by this Multistomp has been available on the market for some time now. And yeah, it also packs reverse and gated reverb algorithms inside of it, and the image suggests that both of these algorithms have been modeled after the Hardwire V7 reverse reverb and gated reverbs. So let's see if the Zoom Multistomp actually can model the quality of sound that the Hardwire reverb pedal has, and see how it compares to the Midiverb 3. Overall, I think the Zoom MS-50G Multistomp is a great pedal to push distortion or fuzzes. You could hear we got a really nice result when it was pushing the HM2, and I think both the MS-50G and the Midiverb 3 sound great for that, but I have to admit that I still prefer the reverse reverb on the Midiverb 3. I think it sounds a little bit more warm and a little bit less harsh when compared to the reverse reverb on the MS-50G. But it's not to say the MS-50G has a bad reverse reverb. The MS-50G can sound a little bit harsh, but it's not bad. You can tame that. Here I tried to get the MS-50G as close as possible to the Midiverb 3. Again, I didn't overthink and nitpick anything. I just tried to get them as close as I could. And I still think the MS-50G sounds a little bit harsh on the high end, but it's something that you can shave off with an EQ on your DAW, for example, or using it with another EQ pedal, something like that, to make it a little bit softer. But still, it sounds really good. The gated reverb comparison was the hardest one to make. Again, on my Hardwire V7 video, I also felt the same. Maybe it's because of the way the gated reverb is programmed on these units. I don't know what makes it a little bit harder to dial in, but I had a little bit of a harder time dialing in the MS-50G gated reverb to match the Midiverb 3 gated reverb. And I think that's probably due to the way that the gated reverb on the MS-50G was crafted. You can kind of hear the MS-50G's algorithm breaking up or processing the signal. I don't really have the knowledge to tell you what's going on here, but the sound is kind of breaking up. Not in a good way, to me at least. You can really hear some digital artifacts on this one, and I'll try to showcase this to you guys. I don't know if YouTube is going to reproduce this sound. Recommend that you do listen with headphones to have a better picture of it, but I don't really like this sound. So I tried to dial in the gated reverb on the MS-50G to not reproduce this sound and to be a little bit closer to the Midiverb 3, but the setting that I thought that was close had a lot of these imperfections, like these broken digital artifacts that honestly I didn't like. You might like it, okay, nothing against it, it's just, it's there, okay? I'm just telling you that it's there. If you buy the MS-50G, you're probably going to hear it. So yeah, be aware if you're thinking about buying this unit that these digital artifacts might be something that you're not looking for. So yeah. So I got as close as I could to the Midiverb 3 and tried to avoid these digital artifacts. So what do you guys think about these two units? I have to be honest with you guys, in this case here, I really do prefer the Midiverb 3 in terms of quality of sound. To me it sounds a little bit warmer on both reverse and gated reverb settings, and I really like that much on the clean channel mostly. But when you compare both units with the dirt turned on, I don't really think there's much of a difference. Like, it's rarely perceivable. The dirt kind of masks up those digital artifacts on the gated reverb well, and it doesn't bother me. Personally, I would use MS-50G on a live scenario, which is what I bought it for about a long time ago, and I wanted it to replace my reverbs and delay pedals on my pedal board so I could use it live with my band and on gigs and recording demos. But for studio use, I would definitely prefer the Midiverb 3 or something like a Hardwire V7 or any other reverb pedal that has a little bit more quality. To me, the Zoom is just not quite there. Don't get me wrong, it's a great sounding unit. I will not sell mine or anything like that. I will still use it live. It's on a very sturdy package and it sounds really good for the price. But to me, it's just not quite there in terms of quality to record, and with reverse reverb and gated reverb like the RV7 or the Midiverb 3 are. So yeah, it's just a little bit of a step down in terms of quality to me. It doesn't mean it sounds bad, okay? There are uses for each and every tool in music. There are tools, okay? So please don't hate on me because I said that. It's just the conclusion that I came to, okay? The MS-50G is not good enough for me in terms of studio recordings. I think a little bit more quality would be better for that. But for live situations and live gigs, man, come on. I mean, you can't beat it. And I'm just talking about the gated and reverse reverbs on the MS-50G, okay? This pedal has a lot more than that to offer, and honestly, the reverse and gated reverbs are not my favorite algorithms on the Zoom pedal. I love using other stuff from the Zoom pedal, such as the many shimmer reverbs and modulated and very spatial stuff that it has. I think that's where this pedal really shines, so yeah. please take that into consideration. If you'd like to see me diving into this My Bloody Valentine thing, please leave a comment or like. I will try to produce more content related to this topic if you guys enjoy this, because honestly, I love it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope I see you next time. Goodbye.